We are on our way to First Landing State Park in Virginia, right by the Atlantic Ocean. When you looked at Google Maps, it was on a peninsula.
Sort of. Our campground kind of seems to be right out on the point where the Chesapeake Bay starts. Chesapeake Bay looks really big.
The roads coming in were really pretty tight. It's one of the first original 6 state parks. It's a very charming site. They've got some big old gnarly trees here. When we first pulled in, Todd was commenting that we might not get Starlink reception here.
Yeah.
Nice shade. For being in Virginia in May, we've experienced some heat, so the shade will probably be very welcomed. And the site was very level, which was another surprise considering how old the state park is. The ground is covered with these leaves that are pretty slippery. So yes, a carpet will be very helpful, I think. The state park is located next to a military training center that plays various songs at scheduled times throughout the day. We've decided to go walk the campground a bit here and see if we can find the trail from our campsite area that leads to the ocean. Looks like there were different access points throughout the campground from the main road that you could get on and head to the ocean. That direction is the ocean.
That's the ocean.
Oh, I'm facing the wrong way.
That's the ocean.
That direction's the ocean. And this is more of the bay, apparently. So we're learning our geography here.
Not very well.
We're attempting to figure this out, but isn't this lovely? See, wiggles. Kind of wondering what that is. Almost like the waves are coming in at an angle. It's really cool. I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses back on. Now we're heading back up. And then at the boardwalks, they have these little fountains where you can rinse your feet off. Next time I might go barefoot. This whole campground has just smelled so wonderful. This is highly scented.
No dolphins here yet. You promised me dolphins. I want dolphins.
I don't remember promising him dolphins.
That's the way I remember
think I
it.
said if we went to the Cape Henry Lighthouse area.
Oh, after we park and set up, now you put in criteria.
That might be a little bit over our head, though. We might need sea kayaks for that one.
I think so. I don't want to be on the Atlantic in an inflatable.
I don't know.
And you in a
why not.
foldable.
But right now we're going to check out the Narrows here at First Landing State Park. Legend has it that Blackbeard hid in the Narrows area of the park and the interior waterways. They were used also by the Union and Confederate patrols during the Civil War.
So then there must have been access to Chesapeake Bay or the Atlantic from here, or else they couldn't have got their ships in here.
So I'm feeling a little more thrown around here in my kayak, but it's not unpleasant. Actually, this is very lovely. Apparently this is where the boats like to go to beach and enjoy. The water really isn't even cold. Lake Michigan is way colder than this.
Yeah, this is nice.
We've decided we're going to go across. We found a nice little bay area here with calm water. The sun's feeling really warm. We had a lot of rain yesterday, but today and tomorrow we're supposed to be nice weather. There appears to be a lot of bird activity over there. Oh, I see a nest.
Oh,
It's a nest.
I think it's an osprey.
Oh.
And I think that was the chicks going, yay!
So there's a nest over there. The mama's been coming back with what we believe to be food for the babies. According to the park's website, First Landing State Park is the most visited state park in Virginia, and it has 1.5 miles of sandy beach frontage. That looks like fun. What's that called?
Hydrofoiling?
We're taking our second walk down to the ocean. I keep finding myself calling it a lake, being from the Midwest. Big bodies of water are lakes. It was pretty calm when we were out here this morning.
Yeah.
A little windier now. We definitely have white caps on the water now. The sun is just trying to peek through the clouds. It's just gorgeous down here, super windy, but still it's pretty warm for being so windy right by the ocean here. It's so wonderful, I love it. Wow, what a different beach this is right now compared to this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the part where we were walking is now underwater. Because we had another 15, 20 feet of shoreline here.
It's so beautiful. It's so powerful. I'm being all brave here because I've got my boots on. I keep seeing all these tiny little crabs just scurrying across the sand, but they're so camouflaged. It's really just a matter of you see a little bit of emotion, but then when you go to look for them, you can't see them.
Can't even tell if he's on camera right now.
And there's all these little holes, so they go hiding. They're like insects on the beach. There's so many. I'm just not used to being this close to water and having it be this windy and not freezing. This is such a delight. Kind of see the sun peeking through the clouds, and then there's rays shining down and the clouds look a little bit pink in the distance. Wow, it's like a painting. After our workday, I made a quick stop at the gift shop for a park sticker, and then we headed to the beach, and it was beautiful. The park's name was changed from Seashore to First Landing due to its history. Land ho! This location is where the first English colonists landed in 1607 before deciding to move up the James River and settle on Jamestown Island. Doing it Virginia style. Todd's not quite there yet. The ocean is completely different this evening compared to yesterday evening. Yesterday evening was that storm. We're making our way to Powhatan State Park, which is located along the James River. And hopefully we'll be able to make a trip into the capital of Richmond. A couple of things there that I'd like to try. I know they've got a canal walk downtown. That sounds intriguing. Definitely would like to kayak the James River.
The river's in the park?
Yeah, it's located along the river there, so.
Nice. You just set up yours right here and I can just give you a show and down you go.
That might be fun. Kayak roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're here at the James River and we're going to kayak today. So we just got to the launch. It looks like there's a bit of a current, so we'll see how long we last. We're gonna go against the current and then paddle or float, ideally, back. They've got 2 boat launches here. I guess there's a lot of people who come and tube in one direction. They get dropped off and then they float down. A lot of flies down here.
Yay.
Well, the current is flowing quicker than we expected, so I don't know how much upriver we're gonna get before we start our floating back. So this might be a short paddle.
Just a little pit stop.
Holding onto the tree, holding on to me so I could get settled in here. Every time I tried to rearrange my position in the kayak, I'd lose ground down the stream. We're beginning the float back. It was a short paddle. Like Todd said, he thinks it's only going to take 5 minutes to float back. The current was really strong, and then the wind kicked in, and we weren't making any progress upstream anymore. So, time to enjoy the 5-minute float. We're back. It was maybe a little bit more than 5 minutes floating down. It was lovely. Yeah, this will be a little bit of a trick. It's really muddy here. Tad lost some sandals in the mud and then had to fish it out when he got in, so it's going to be a little tricky getting out. Probably not such a graceful exit, so I'm going to turn the camera off. It's Saturday morning, and I'm going to make a typical egg breakfast for Todd. He does a keto diet, so this is a typical easy breakfast for him is scrambled eggs. He likes to add a little salami and some cheese. I'm going to make that in our RV. We have this little 19-foot RV with a really tiny kitchen and a really tiny dinette, and we make it work for now. As a previous nutrition educator, I feel the urge to talk about the health benefits of eggs. Great source of protein. Yolk is loaded with choline, which is great for the brain. And there's antioxidants in that yolk, which helps to fight disease. When he makes them at home, he does a really great technique where he makes them all fancy looking and square. I just plop them all in the pan and cook them up.
Tastes better when you do it.
Well, he says there's less shells when I make them.
There's no shells when you make them.
How easy is this? Just turn off the heat. Grab the cheese. We usually go with a sharp cheddar. Stick it on there. And this little flexible lid here. The company that I bought this from makes these with several different flower patterns. I went with the poppy. So cute. When camping, this is really convenient because I don't have to worry about a glass lid or a hard-top lid clanking around, scratching things up or breaking. So I just stick that on top, let the cheese melt, and we'll serve it. Put down my glass top for my stove, give myself some more counter space here. Slide that onto the plate. Usually when I'm waiting for the cheese to melt on the eggs, I'm making my matcha tea. That's what I usually start my day with. And there we go.
Thank you.
Headed to the visitor center in Richmond, which was this beautiful building. I think it was called
Robinson House?
And it was right on Virginia Museum Fine Arts location. We ended up in a parking garage, found the visitor center, got some information there, and then we were just able to walk over to the Fine Arts Museum. And general admission is free. If they have special events, there's a cost for that. But we just walked through the museum, and it was amazing. I think my favorite was the early American art. The paintings were beautiful and could have just stared at the detail for a long time. What was your favorite? You had mentioned earlier.
I liked the Egyptian stuff and the Roman stuff.
Yeah, and the Egyptian stuff was pretty interesting too. So I would highly recommend the Virginia Fine Arts Museum. Then we decided to try to find a restaurant over by the canalwalk in downtown Richmond. So we ended up at Casa del Barco. Chorizo and a salad. And from there, we walked to the canal, and they had a bridge over the James River there that we were able to walk to. And that was gorgeous. A lot of little waterfalls. In the distance, you could see the ruins of an older bridge that was there once upon a time.
The bridge itself had been turned into the Memorial Walk, and so it had plaques of quotes from people during the Civil War. In 1865, the end of the Civil War, was when Richmond was a big deal, right? It was basically the fall of the Confederate Union. And they had quotes from Lincoln, and apparently Lincoln was assassinated just 5 days after he had visited that site. Ulysses S. Grant had broken through the line in 3 different places. So Lee was retreating, and when Lee said that there was nothing they could do, then that's when
they fled.
They started setting fire to the town.
Right.
Arsonists, were just saying, we're not going to leave this to the Union, and so they just started setting fire to everything.
So that was really interesting, and I found Richmond to be very delightful. There were lots of parking options, which sometimes can be challenging in big cities. 91 here in Virginia right now, according to the truck. So very summer-like, and just a lovely day to be out and about. We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please like, subscribe, and then join us next time as we continue to explore the lovely state of Virginia.